I see photography as a means to explore the world around me and to meet people out of my natural circle of acquaintances. It is especially important since I'm an immigrant, desiring to better understand the culture and people that I chose to live among. It is also a defense, a way to be there, but not totally, to be there as an observer. I know it's partly an illusion, but Israel can sometimes be such a difficult place to live that some kind of distance from reality is often needed. When I first started photographing, I was in my 20s. I was sort of euphoric about my new environment. I was a student, quite free to move around my new country, and not serious about anything, including my photography. All this changed in my 30s. It was shortly after the assassination of Israeli Prime Minister Yitzhak Rabin that I started my professional engineering career and became responsible for a family. This tragic event, coupled with the changes in my life, made me more realistic about the issues facing Israel. Soon thereafter, I was called up to the military reserve. Then, I experienced the full weight of the conflict in Israel, both as a soldier posted in the West Bank and as a civilian faced with the deadly terror wave that followed the Camp David talks' failure. I started seriously documenting what I felt was the backstage of the conflict, the military reserve with its routine, as well as the Hadassah Har HaTzofim hospital in Jerusalem, located such as to bring all the communities composing the city to work together, the same that outside were fighting one another. Jews, Arabs, seculars, Orthodox were working here together, healing each other. It took me almost 3 years to document the hospital, and I left the most difficult part for the end. There, in the children ward, I met this young boy playing while waiting for his treatment. I asked his mother if I could take pictures, and she agreed with a smile. I have rarely seen such a sad smile, and I understood only later how sick was the boy. When I finished the hospital project, I was exhausted by the suffering, the anxiety around me. The same reasons, in fact, that made people forget for a while about the conflict outside. I have now moved to a suburb of Tel Aviv, the bubble as they nicknamed it, the secular, vibrant city fooling itself that it doesn't really belong to a Middle Eastern country torn by conflicts of identity. Right now, I don't have the will to document, to do a project, as they say. I walk the streets, often with friends. We eat good hummus or drink coffee, and I pull off a good photo if I'm in the mood and if the light is right. I try to forget for a few hours that I've grown increasingly pessimistic about the country I have years ago chosen to adopt as my homeland, that I am scared to death for my children that are about to start their adult lives, and that even the world around, those countries far away in Europe and America that once were considered by many here as their plan B, don't seem to be safe anymore. When I'm home, I shut the radio down. I don't watch TV. Ignorance is bliss.